of the items that I brought in to Shop My Stash last week. This Becca First Light Priming Filter was very nice. I found it to be very brightening. The NARS Mont Blanc was a good shades match for me. I figured out I'm going to have to use this Hourglass Dim Light more as a bronzer because it's actually too dark for my skin to use as a finishing powder. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Creme Brulee is a little dark, so I think I need to mix that with something lighter and give it a try again another week. The bronzer duo from Jouer is incredible. I really enjoyed using it. I really love this Fenty powder in Butter. It's got a nice sweet scent and it lays nicely on the skin. I really enjoyed it. Cover FX in Celestial gave a nice glow to the foundation. The Stila Glitter in King Karma was a great match for the Just Peachy Mattes palette. The Ciate Blush in Matchmaker went really well with the rest of the items this week. The Hourglass Scattered Light and Reflex Light really enhanced my eye looks this week. I got a lot of good use out of the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, and I have dips forming in Peach Meringue, Peach Tea, and Peaches and Cream. The Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade palette was a real favorite this week. I probably used it 4 times, and I used every shade in the palette. I think my favorite looks were the yellow looks that I could get with Nude Tea, Lemon Soda, Mango, and Sweet Tea. And I know that some people had issues with their palettes getting hard panned, but I didn't have that issue. This is one of the newer palettes. But I highly recommend it. It was really lovely to use. I'm going to put everything back in my collection and then we'll shop my stash. I'm going to bring in one of the Too Faced Cocoa Powder foundations to replace the Decluttered It Cosmetics powder. And this is my favorite powder foundation. This Too Faced Peach Blur Finishing Powder, I think that would be a good addition this week. And for bronzer, thinking, let's try this Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. This is in shade Bronzed. We'll give it a try. I'm thinking I'm going to make it a MAC week, and I'll just pull in this Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 Broad Spectrum Foundation. The shade is NW10 on that. And then I think I'm going to pull in this Potted Concealer from MAC. I haven't used this in a while. And that is also NW10 Studio Finish Concealer. And how about we just pull in the Strobe Cream from MAC to round it out. And this is in Peach Light. I'm also going to pull in this primer from Becca. And this is the Velvet Blurring Primer. I took a bunch of lippies out of this drawer and moved them up to a Sunny Cosmetics organizer that I have on top of my vanity. So I don't usually show this drawer because I need to go back in and just reorganize everything. But I'm going to pull a couple of lippies in. And I'm thinking that this NARS would be a good choice. And it's a Power Matte Lip Pigment in Get It On. And then let's see if we can pull a MAC in. Let's see what shade this is. No, I'm not feeling that one. Okay, this is a Cream Sheen in Cream Cup. And that's a really pretty shade. I'll definitely bring that one in. I love little MAC minis also, so maybe I'll pull one of those in also. Let's see, this is Please Me Matte Lipstick. Oh, that's super pretty. Definitely bringing that one in. I'm thinking I want to pull in one of these Ace Beauty palettes. Let's see if we can get the right combination here. Oh, that's so pretty. It's very colorful. More purples. Nice reds. Oh, that one's gorgeous. Okay, I'm kind of feeling more like this Blossom Passion, the red. Gonna pull that one in. And then to balance it out, I'm just gonna bring in this Sauce Box. This is the Nocturne palette. Gonna pick out a few highlighters, and I've been really thinking about Fort de France a lot. And so I think I want to pull that one in. Yeah, definitely want to pull that one in. Let me just open it up for you. And then I'm thinking about this Berlin Girl from Becca. It's been in my mind too. Let's pull a couple of blushes. I'm thinking, I like these NARS are dim. This is the Loves Me Not. It's a nice pale blush. I'll pull that one in. And then I need to pull one of these MAC ones here. These are the Extra Dimension. And this one's Hush Tone. And I heard someone talk about this the other day. So I'm going to bring it in and see what I think about it. I'm thinking I'm going to pull one of the Huda powders. And I was thinking about Pound Cake. There it is. We'll pull Pound Cake in. I think next week I'll just pull in a face palette instead of individuals. What do you guys think about that? I'm going to bring in one more palette, maybe the smaller one. And that's the Too Faced Tickled Peach. I need to pull in a glitter and topper. So let's see what these are. That's the Nude from Natasha Denona. Burnt Terracotta and Green. Oh, that sounds like that would go really nicely with the palette from Ace Beauty. So I'm going to bring that one in. And I need to bring in a Stila glitter. I always try to get some good use out of those. Let's see what shade that is. Oh, Coral Crush. That sounds really pretty. I'll bring that one in. Before we start adding the items that were selected to the drawer, I really want to talk about this IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Airbrush Perfecting Powder. I really hate it. I'm going to have to move it on out. It just clumps and makes my skin look so cakey, and if you have some tips for how to make this work, let me know. This is an overview of what's in my everyday makeup drawer. And if you would like more details than what you can just see here, I would ask that you watch my first Shop My Stash, where I go into more detail on that. Alright, I've got everything put away and ready for a new week. I did want to give you guys a heads up. I did order a acrylic organizer from Cosmo Cube. I thought that would be better than throwing all the items in the drawer, because I was noticing that some of my packaging was getting scratched up, and you know, I'm fanatical about packaging. So I will see you guys next week.